Welcome to Nourish. This is our stretching and flexibility class. Please do all the moves that we want to that we're gonna start again. Please do moves that you want to and don't involve your cat. Okay, now we're gonna start. Welcome to Nourish. It's a stretching and flexibility class. And what that means is as we're doing these stretches, you want to be in them to a point that it is a good and productive stretch for you, but is not causing you discomfort. So make that choice. You might see Kevin doing things like this. That does not mean you need to put your forehead on the mat to do the exact same stretch. Your exact same stretch might look like this. Thanks for the example, actually, Kevin. That's the same stretch. It's just a different level of flexibility, range of motion, and what you need right now. So make those choices and please come and join us seated down on the mat. We're gonna go seated, we're gonna go laying down, and we're gonna finish the class standing, invigorated, and ready to go. Legs extended long, knees slightly bent. There we go. Now let's make sure we're on our seat bones, not leaning back in any way. One of the ways you can do that is put your hands down, pop your booty out, align your spine, and sit down. Just a nice little gentle bend in the knees, feet with a little space between them. We're gonna start with a nice soft rowing motion to wake up the whole body. Reach it out, extend long, pull the elbows alongside, lean back just a little, and extend. Inhale, exhale, come back. Anybody that has low back issues, you're not going to lean, you're just going to come to upright, squeeze the elbows behind, and then extend. Don't add that extra lean into it. That's core, low back. We want to warm up the body, not give it a challenge right now. Nice extension, think of forward fold and reach. Pull the elbows alongside, pinch them a little bit behind you and squeeze the shoulders. Let's activate the shoulders. Extend, pull back, little squeeze, extend. Pull back, little squeeze. Last one. And then we're going to be using a yoga strap for the next series. Okay, you could just use anything that you have that is strap-like but not stretchy. Maybe a bathrobe tie or a belt or a towel that is very thin. Put that strap around the sole of your right foot. There we go. We have loop straps. We really recommend them. They're only about 10 bucks on Amazon or such like, or at your local big box store. And it's nice because you can hook into them instead of squeezing them with your hands. Any amount, lifting that leg straight up into the air with the hands.
Hold on though. But if there's anyone that wants to sponsor the channel and do an endorsement for your strap, just let us know.
Let us know here at Thrive. We're so bad at that kind of thing. We want the elbows nice and wide, okay? And then we lift up the foot, whatever your range of motion is. Yours might be very small, might be down here, that's okay. We do elbows wide as we do this. Let's just float that a few times and I'll keep on talking because that's what I do. Okay, we want elbows wide because if you tuck the elbows in, you'll feel that compression into your hip socket. We don't want that. We want to lift, not pull back, lift. Just nice and controlled. If we did this just free form, we're gonna get way less out of that leg. So that's why we use the straps to get that extra little bit of stretch. Lift and hold. Hold a place that is not causing you hardship, okay? That means not the most extreme. Maybe I can be way up here. I'm trying to still see the camera, but I'm gonna come back a little bit so I can do my static stretch.
It's like I could get my foot between me and that camera. Ah!
Well, you're in a different angle. And lower it down. This strap is around my right foot. I'm just making a double check with you guys. And so my right hand is going to hold both straps at this point. Just nice and low, open the leg out to the side and bring it back. Stay gazing forward. You can put a little bend in your knee if you need to. Some people, their quads don't like this very much. Just swing it out and bring it back. open to the side and back. One more time. And this is where you make a choice. You can stay nice and low, especially if this is new to you, but otherwise you're going to shorten up that strap, reach forward, and you're going to get extra height, if you can, out of that open. It's harder on the return to get that height, but to start with it, much easier. And bring it back. Last one. And we're going to change that out with both straps into your left hand. And you'll notice I reach forward and get a hold of the strap. If I'm holding the straps way back here, it is really hard for me to do anything because I'm all hitched up into my shoulder and my upper neck area here. So reaching forward, anchor with the right hand out to the side. I forgot, don't do that. Forward fold, nice and tall, and come forward, float forward. Come back up and just float nice flat back, don't curl up. And now, anchor with the hand, and we pivot. Leg and shoulders turn out to the side, and now we float. I will do this series the rest of my life. Press through the hand, bring the foot around, because it is so good for my hip issues. Let's float. It's made such a difference in my life. Float. We're going to do one more time. Anchor, pivot, and come over the leg now. We only started doing this probably about 3 years ago. Bring it back. And the progress and the range of motion I have gained in my hips and leg are remarkable. And come to a pause. Okay, one more time, we're gonna come forward. So take a strap in each hand, and we're gonna come into that forward fold. Square out the shoulders, nice flat back. Pull yourself forward. Maybe add that micro bend in your knees if you need it. Too much in the hamstrings? Absolutely do it. And take a look where you are. Come on up. We're gonna approach that from a different direction. Let's lift the foot like we did at the start. Extra range of motion there, extra height because we've loosened up. Holding, breathing through. Flex through the collarbones, roar. Just hold and slow breathe. I'm just trying to keep them entertained so they don't realize how long we've been here for. And now we're actually going to follow that leg down to the mat. Coming down into your forward fold. Look how deep you are in that forward fold. Come on up. Let's go do the same thing on the other side. Don't expect the same performance. Instead, we just ask a question. How does it feel on this side? And pay attention to our joints and our muscles. Lift it up and lower down. Very few of us are very symmetrical in our ability from side to side. Just floating into that. We're going to do our static next. So lift it up, hold, and find the place that's a good stretch for you. You'll become more aware of what is comfortable and productive and where you're just in too extreme of emotion. Emotion? Motion. Lower it down. Both straps in your left hand. And we just open out to the side, nice and low. Bring it back. So the leg assists, but so much of this is just taken care of with the arm and the strap that we can focus on what the hip is doing. One more time. Then it's up to you. Either stay with the low one or shorten up your strap and add some extra height and rotation to that. Kevin has a lot of flexibility in his hips. One day when I grow up, I'm going to be like Kevin. One more time, up high, open to the side. Bring it back. Both straps into your left hand. Inhale tall. Let's take that gravity out of the spine. Lift up through the crown of the head and forward fold. Encourage with the hand on the strap. Whew, that's a lot. Did we hold this last time? Okay. Breathing through this. Not that much, eh? Come on up. Okay, we're just gonna float that a couple of times. He said for a minute. I know how long a minute is, even though I'm Canadian and we do metric. Okay, so both straps stay in your right hand, anchor with your left, and open up to the side. Now float over the leg. 2 times, forward fold. Press through the hand, come to the front, forward fold.
People for some reason still treat me like an expert.
Even though I say things like that, he's saying people sometimes treat me like an expert still. Anchor, pivot. Well, all the people that are fellow Canadians will think it's funny, and 27% of the Americans might think that metric time frame is a little bit different. You never know, right? Come forward. You gotta respect other cultures and scientific measures. Come on up. Hand on each strap, nice and wide. And we're coming into a forward fold. He's building a wall. Forward fold. That's the border at like the 49th parallel or something like that. Come on. We're coming into that forward fold. We're taking a look at how close we are to our legs. And then we're going to approach it differently in a second. So Kevin was born American, I was born Canadian, and now we belong to both countries. I'm going to lift up that foot. Elbows nice and wide, holding your static stretch. Don't rock back, don't get back like this. Stay right, nice and upright. I'm turning into like Scooby-Doo or something here. Ruh-roh. Holding. And now we're gonna follow the leg down to the mat. Deep into a forward fold. Slow, deep breath. Don't get too curled up on this. Draw down with the hands to a point that it feels right for you today. And come on up. Let's put that strap to one side. Don't need that for a while. That's a lot. Let's bring the feet in, give them a little hug. So bend the knees. Put the feet on the floor, very close together. We'll just give a different feeling to the back of the legs. Put the hands down. We'll just windshield wiper back and forth a little bit. Nice and soft. So this is a little bit of a lean back. There you go. That should soften up what we just did, because we did a lot. Extend your left leg long. Keep the right knee bent and just hold on to that for a nice upright posture here. Settle into the seat bones. Find your weight evenly on the seat bones, not leaning one side or the other. Spread these toes wide and flex these toes towards your shin and point. And again, and point. Relax the foot. We're going to come into a nice twist here. Holding on to the shin with the left hand. Right hand goes up in the air, so we get that nice extension and lengthening of the spine, and use that to turn to the right. Broad through the shoulders. If you look at the monitor for a moment, what we don't want is people coming into a curled up like this. Look at the difference between me and Kevin right now. Okay, want that broad through the shoulders, level gaze, really engaged. Inhale, tall. Exhale, use the hands and turn. Look forward and add things to this stretch if you choose. You're going to stay with just this position if you choose to be not going into a progression. Slide the hand down to the outside of the foot and extend the foot long. We're looking forward and we're in a bit of a neck stretch right now. Look behind you and decide if you have the balance to extend the arm behind you and glancing back. Look forward. Tuck the nose towards that shoulder. Look back. Tuck the nose towards that back shoulder. Look forward. Bring the foot around. into a figure four type thing. We're gonna rock the baby here. Sorry, I have spider webs on my face. And we're just gonna hold ankle and knee and nice and soft, down low, just rock it back and forth. We don't have too much lift to the shin right now. Nice and low, just gentle in that hip. So we've done quite a hip sequence here, but we're doing different things with it. And take a pause. Do you want to bring it a little closer to the upper body now that we've kind of got the blood flowing in that joint? And give it a little squeeze and keep a little gentle rock into that motion still. It's a strange baby that we're rocking here. And hold for a moment wherever you are in this stretch. Follow the leg back down into a figure four stretch. Whew, that's big and deep, isn't it? And unleash it. Don't keep that wrap around with the arms. Let it go and just come forward with the shoulders. Come on up. Let's bring that extended heel to center mat, and this foot goes down on the floor. Because we got that leg on a diagonal, we can bring that crossed over there. Let's now hug the knee to the chest here, much lower. The foot might be hovering a little bit, but it's just a softer stretch, okay? Put the foot down, extend the arms long. We're coming into a counter stretch here, taking the hands over to the left and turn. Come back to the front, unwind, and bend the knees side by side. We're gonna go back to the windshield wipers, just loosen up again, loosen it up. Easier to work on legs and hips when we're seated than when we've got all the weight of standing onto them. Okay, extend the right leg long, left knee is bent, and I'm going to try to remember that whole sequence now. Holding onto that shin nice and tall, flex the toes, point the toes. Kevin will help me if I've lost track.
Maybe.
Flex and point. And just let that leg relax now. Holding the shin with your right hand, reach up with your left, come into that really nice long spine turn, breadth between the shoulders, lifting up, level gaze, inhale tall, exhale turn. Nod your head, it is not looking as far as you can behind you. Look forward. Slide that hand down if you choose to keep going with this, and extend the leg long. Gazing forward, look behind, extend the arm if you have the balance. A little bit of a challenge pose here. Look forward, look behind. One more time, tuck the nose to the shoulder, bring the foot across the body, and support it in a nice low rock of the baby. Rocking through. Whew. Slow it down. See if you want to bring your shin any closer to your upper body, and just see what that leg feels like in comparison. I can't get the same grip on this one as I can on the other one. And squeeze to the chest. I should be able to. It's close, but it's a little too much. And hold. Following the shin as we lower the leg down into deep figure four stretch. Bring up the shoulders, bring up the spine. We make sure we move that foot over a little bit so we can get the other foot on the side of the thigh. If this is too much for you, you're here instead. That's not a big deal. And then just hug that bent knee into chest. It's a softer version of happy baby.
Happy baby.
Nope. Rock the baby. Too many babies. Okay, let that go. Extend the arms long. Which way are we going? This way. and counter stretch to the right. It was a big sequence. I think I got it all. And come forward, unwind from that, and we're coming into cross-legged. Let's do something different for a minute here. So when you come into cross-legged, I just did the correction myself. As I came into cross-legged, I started rocking back on my sacrum, and I don't want that. I want to be on my seat bones here. Oh, I meant to have a yoga block. Keep them busy, Kevin. Good job, Kevin. A yoga block. Okay. Thanks, Kevin. He did some teaching of how to direct air traffic. Yoga blocks. So depending on which side you use, you have 3 heights to them. They are really good. I think they cost like $5 to $7. Good thing to have on hand. Really good thing for this next exercise. Okay, so we're gonna just be coming forward with the shoulders a little bit. We wanna make sure we have that pelvic tilt because we want our hands on the mat, elbows wide. For some people, this is very difficult, and so you could just use a yoga block instead and have that same effect. I'm going to demonstrate with that. We're going to come forward, bring the forehead down, press through the arms, lift the gaze, extend through the shoulders. Lower the forehead down to the mat. We're deep in the hips, then we press through and extend the shoulders. Nice top line stretch here. One more time. Press through and lift the gaze. Now we're going to reach the left hand behind, leave the right hand down on the mat. Look down at that hand on the mat. Now gaze back to that thumb behind you if you can see it. Look down, tuck the nose. Again, we're adding some neck stretches. Look back. Sweep the hand and gaze forward. And fold, elbows wide. Press through, arms extend. Leave the left hand down, right arm goes back. Look down, look behind, look down. Gaze behind and up, and gaze and hand come forward for a final forward fold. Press through the hands, extend the gaze, lengthen through the top line of the shoulders, a little gentle nod of the head. And let's rock back and change which way our legs are crossed. Okay, I'm gonna just take that right hand out to the side. We're doing neck stretches now, so we're just gonna pick that right hand out to the side and start lowering left ear towards shoulder. Want that top line. If this is too extreme, some people have a lot of neck problems, just walk that hand back. Okay. And we're going to add another thing to this neck stretch if you choose. We're going to add the weight of the hand to the side of the head. We're not pulling on the head at all, just lay that hand there. Slide the hand around and grab the base of the skull and tuck the nose in towards the shoulder and just create a little bit of traction away from the shoulder. Lengthen the cervical spine. Gently, slowly release that tension. Don't just crash those little pieces all back together again. Look as far as you can to the left. Slowly look as far as you can to the right. Put your head on straight. Extend the left arm out and lower the right ear to the shoulder. Add the hand if you choose. Then gently slide the hand around, get the bones at the base of the skull there, tuck the nose towards the shoulder, and just pull away from the shoulders. Gentle traction as you tuck your chin and tuck your nose. Slowly, gently release. And bring everything to center. Let's tuck the chin and look down and pull the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chin, look up on high diagonal. Head back on straight. And that was a good sequence for our neck today. We're coming into laying down. And since this is only a video, this isn't a live class, we're just gonna go forward with that. And if you have a hard time knowing what we're up to, you can just pause your video, take a look, then lay down and do the sequence. Okay, we're gonna be laying down on our sides. I have a lot of gear. I'm just gonna create the US-Canada border here. No, I don't want any divisions, especially between us. Gonna be laying on our sides, cushion your head with your arm, stack the hips one on top of each other. So just do a hip check. Like if you grab a hold of your hip, you might be leaning back a little bit and not even really knowing it from your proprioceptors in your brain. Sometimes you have to actually feel to know that you're not lined up there. Bend that top knee and just touch the top knee on the floor in front of you and touch the toe on the mat behind you. Now I'm just gonna put my hand on the mat for balance here. Knee comes forward, and then take the leg back, touch the toe behind. It's just from the waist, we're twisting back and forth. Now that we've done that a few times, let's just add a little more. As your knee comes forward, meet me there. Lift the heel as high as you can. Take the toe behind and lift the knee, open the hip as much as you can. Let's keep going that way with the extra attention to the lift of the heel, the lift of the knee. Back and forth. Really good for sciatic issues or low back tension here. And we're going to come to a pause, extend that leg long, stack it on top of the other one, and just lift the blade of the foot up towards the ceiling and lower down. Lift and lower. Next time you lift, pause, give it an extra little pull, lower it down. Trying to increase range of motion. Lift, pull, and lower. Going to kick it back into a nice quad stretch here. We're going to bring the heel back to the hip and reach back and grab a hold of that ankle. If you don't feel comfortable doing this for any reason, use your yoga strap, put it around your ankle and hold the strap instead. Squeeze the heel to the hip. Knees are stacked. Don't bring that knee forward. And just hold. These are big muscles. They need a moment to respond. We're going to be patient with them. Now press with the foot into the hand and resist, creating an isometric stretch. What this does is when we take that tension away, we can be deeper in that original stretch. Now stop pushing with your foot and just squeeze the heel to the hip. And probably you've made a little bit of progress in the stretch. Let's do a counter stretch. Just hug that knee to the chest and bring it forward. Little counter stretch there. Whew, that's a lot. I'm gonna make sure we're not doing anything else on our side. No, that's good. And we're gonna roll over onto the backs. All of our backs. All our backs. Roll onto your back, knees are bent. Be really friendly with the body here. Okay, knees are bent, but they're not going to stay with feet on the floor. We're just going to hug the knees into the chest, tuck the chin, lengthen the back of the neck, and settle the shoulders down. Don't get them all braced forward. Let's bring them down. Just give a hug. Deep breath in, exhale, squeeze. Gentle side to side motion. Oop, went too far. And then one of my favorites, creating knee circles. Just nice big rotations. Unlikely that you are holding on to your legs still through this. It takes a lot. And change direction. make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, let's let go of the legs and put the feet down on the mat really close together, side by side, ankles touching, knees touching, centered, and then just let the knees open to the side and press the soles of the feet together. We have an inclination to start arching our back as soon as we do this. Let's not do that. Let's press through the blades of the feet and bring the spine into connection with the mat. Support by putting pressure into the edges of your feet. And maybe you're just going to add the weight of your hands to the inside of the thighs, a little more in the butterfly stretch. Tuck the chin, lengthen the back of the neck. Deep breath in, exhale. We've done a lot with the hips. We're not going to stay here. Let's bring those knees back up. And instead, we're going to go to a sciatic nerve glide, which is not as scary as it sounds. It's a very gentle motion. And the thing about this is the gentleness of it. We're not going for extremely straight leg. We're not going deep into the stretch. We're just gliding through that sciatic nerve. We're going to bend the knee on the, let's say, left side. Bend the left knee into the chest and just hold the thigh on this. Now, almost completely straighten your leg out up towards the ceiling. Not completely straight. Little draw towards the face. Release. Pull and let go. Keep that bend in the knee. Flex the toes and point the toes. So we keep that bend in the knee so we're not getting overstretched in the sciatic nerve and the hamstring is having a good time there. Bend and flex. Feel your calf pumping. Bend the knee. Foot back down. Let's do that again. Knee to chest. Squeeze. Mostly straighten out the leg and support the back of the leg. Pull a little bit towards the face. Flex and point the toe. Okay, this is my best performing leg. It's doing all the flexing and all the demonstrating. We're going to the other side, put the foot down, and I won't be doing any flexing in that ankle. If I did, it would be a miracle. Hug the knee to the chest. Squeeze. Almost completely straighten out the leg and draw the leg towards the face a little bit. Release some of that tension. Draw towards the face. Flex and point the toes. Flex and point the toes. Draw towards the face, let it go, put it all the way down. We'll do that one more time. Knee to chest, same side. Mostly straighten, create a little stretch forward, a little stretch forward, and then point and flex the toes. Have you lifted your chin way up and tightened the back of your neck? Let's fix that and bend the knee and put the foot down. We're going to come on over to our other side to do the things we opened the class with. Laying on whatever your other side is, because I didn't cue a side last time. Laying on your other side, bend the elbow, cushion the head, stack the hips. Remember, we started really nice and low, not too extreme. Just bring a knee forward, touch it on the ground. Bring the toe behind, touch it on the floor behind you. Go back and forth 3 times like that. Nice and low. The next time you're forward, just meet me there. Knee is forward. Now lift that heel any amount you can. Toe behind. Lift the knee, open the hip. Keep that focus as you move back and forth now. Heel high, knee high. Okay, take a pause, straighten out the legs, stack the legs on top of each other, and blade of the foot, lift towards the sky, and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, pull, and then lower. Just that extra inch or two. Soon where you lift to will be as high as where you were pulling to, and you're starting to make some progress. Lift, pull, and lower. And we kick back to our quad stretch. So grabbing hold of that ankle behind, knees are stacked. I got a little bit forward with my legs there. Knees are stacked and squeeze the heel to the hip. Slow, deep breathing. Press the foot into the hand and resist. Then relax and just squeeze. Get a little deeper in that stretch. Gently let that go. And we're coming up to our hands and knees to child pose. A little bit draggled. Knees are wide. Feet are touching each other behind. Did you crack an ankle?
All kinds of things.
All right, we'll come into child's pose for a moment and then we'll change it out. Let's just slide the hands forward, bring the forehead down on the mat. Once again, there it is, yoga block. If you can't get your forehead to the mat, you can choose which side of the yoga block you need to let your forehead rest and have your arms extended. Forearms down on the mat. Forehead leans on whatever you need. Deep breath in, exhale, relax between the shoulders. Pay attention to the breath. Sink the hips back to the heels. Spread the fingers wide and press them into the mat. It's a relaxing pose, but it sometimes is a real hardship, especially if you have shoulder issues. You will not feel like it's very relaxing at all. Lift up your gaze and let's just bring the right hand to center mat. And the left hand goes out, straight out from the shoulder. Lay the right cheek on the mat. So you got that L shape with the arms, and then just lay your right cheek on the mat. Slow, deep breathing. And again, you can put your face onto a yoga block if you choose. Press through that extended arm, which is your right hand. Press through the right hand, and we're going to do like a thread the needle. We're going to take that hand through and lay the left cheek on the mat. These are called prayer swipes, which is a kind of a weird name. I don't name them, I just teach them. Sometimes I rename things because I just can't take it. Press strongly through that left hand. No, that's your right hand, and unwind. I'm having a hard time with mirror talking. Left hand on the mat, right arm out, and left cheek down. So you're looking at that extended arm that goes out from the shoulder. Make sure you're looking the right direction or it's going to be a hardship. Press through the left hand. Come on up and take that hand through and look over to your left. Laying down. It's one of my new favorite stretches. We haven't done this one except for the last month or so. I really like it. Press through the hand, unwind from that, and let's just come up to our hands and knees for a moment here. Side, could you do side, please, of this? Kevin's going to give the side view of this so it'll be more clear. Okay. Hands and knees, knees under shoulders, hands behind the head. Do a backflip. No, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Okay, we're just going to do a knee and chin tuck here. We're going to take that right knee forward underneath the body, tuck the chin nose to knee, and then lower it down, lift the gaze. Tuck the knee, tuck the chin, and lower it down. The gaze. Extend the same leg long and put your foot on the mat. So many people end up hovering their foot. So you're going to tuck the toes and press back into that heel. Whew, that's a big back of the leg stretch. And take the pressure out, lighten it up, and just lift the heel. Think about this. We're going to bring the knee all the way through and tuck one more time. And put that down. If your hands are fatigued or this is hard for you, take a hand print forward, going to the other side. Other knee comes under, tuck the chin, and just lower it simply. Keep it simple. Tuck, and straighten, flatten out the back. This time tuck it under, and then straighten out, extend the leg long, tuck the toes, and find an anchor on the mat. Press into the heel. Whew. Okay, stop pressing back. Lighten up that leg and lift the heel. My hair is tickling my nose. And then sweep that through, tuck and roll. And we are done with that. Coming up to standing on the mat for the rest of the class. I need some space. I've got too much gear today. I'm going to regret moving everything away, but there we go. All right, we're going to start with our figure 8 walking. Okay, we're going to try to stay within our mat so that we can stay on the screen. You can make this bigger if you wish. Let's start at the back right corner of your mat. And we're going to make a figure 8. So we're going to walk diagonally, come around, come around. And that's what we're going to give you a nice posture here, very upright. And what we're going to try to do is not be looking at our feet. So we're trying to just read the balance in the body as we walk very slow, long strides into a figure 8. Kevin and I are going to just stagger our performance here. Big figure 8, level gaze, coming around. So feel that your body is very conscious, especially in the turns, of trying to stay balanced while not looking down. Okay, and then come to your back left corner again. Right corner, sorry. I'm on the right corner. So what I'm going to be looking for is something shoulder height about halfway through my path. For me, this is going to be the camera because it's easiest for me. Kevin? That statue, okay. And you're gonna keep looking at that while you do the same figure 8. Back right corner, headed to left. Gonna keep looking at that focal point. And my head will start to turn as my body turns. A little more challenge. We're also doing a neck stretch, just coincidentally. Good for stability, balance, but you're also using all kinds of little flexations and bones in your feet to stay balanced. When we do that, let's pause, come back to the back left corner. So we start simple without the focus. Did you get dizzy? Good. Okay, we start without looking at a certain point. We just walk the figure 8 with a level gaze. Walk it nice and slow, not looking at the feet. Next time you're at that back corner, pause. I'm just going to zip back there. Okay. I'm at the back left corner of my figure 8. So I'm going to be looking here at these little gnome houses as I work my figure 8. And now we start to walk with that focal point, holding gaze. Turn the head and hold focal point. So good for our brains. And it's challenging for everybody, not just you, don't worry. And we're coming to a pause on that. Come to the center of your mats. We've done so much hip stuff. We're gonna do some arms and shoulders today, working on that for a little while. Just come standing first of all. You usually face forward for this part. I was like, why are you looking at me? Feet are underneath hips. Get yourself balanced in your body. Roll back the shoulders. Palms lightly turned towards the front of the room. Deep breath in, stretch up. Stretch, stretch, breathe, and exhale. Inhale, feel that stretch all the way down to the hip bones on the side body, and exhale. Little flex in the knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let that go, and we're just going to roll the shoulders backwards. Nice big rotations. Pause, take the shoulders forward. And going to bring our arms up into goalpost arms. So we got our elbows level with the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Palms are faced forward. Don't hold your breath. And then bring the arms together in front of the face. Press between them. Wide inhale. Exhale, bring them forward. Inhale, wide. Exhale, we're rotating through the elbows and bringing the palms down. That's a challenging one. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring them around. Let that go, just shake it out. Whew, that's a lot. And we're just going to start, just tuck the elbows to the side body, kind of squeeze them to give lots of support to the arms, and wiggle the fingers. Each one individually moving. Can you feel all the little cords and tendons in your forearms gliding and working efficiently, helping to free up any compression on those nerves? Let's turn the hands over and keep the same motion. You can even look down and just see that work going on there. And take a pause on that. Taking the hands, we're going to tuck the thumbs in and then curl up the fingers around the thumbs. Okay? Now hold that like you're holding a glass of water. You can still have your elbows beside you. You don't have to have extension here. That doesn't matter. But we want that tucked thumb up. Now just tip the hands like you're pouring out a picture. Feel that top line stretch? You need a straight arm for this, sorry. Straight arms, bring it back to level. Tip. And bring it back. It's a stretch we don't get very much of. One more time. And let that go. Shake that out and take it easy on that. Let's go to our side bend. We have a little bit of time left. Let's at least get a couple of side bends in here. I'm going to step my feet just a little further apart and be aware that if I do a side bend here and I'm just locked in here, I don't get very much out of it. But if you put a little shift in your hips, you're going to get that looseness on the side body to come around. Inhale, reach up, grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and shift the hip and come into your side bend. We're not going to hold this for long. Come on up, just dip into it, reach for the sky and lower the hands. Other side, inhale, reach up, take a hold of the wrist, shift the hip and bend. Tall, side bend, and come back up and come to neutral. Doing a little exercise we call apple picking. We just reach up, pretend we picked an apple, pull it down, reach up, pick and pull. Just feel that there's a real softness in the joints, softness in the knees and the feet. We're shifting, shifting, and shifting. And just looseness in the body. It's good for the low back. And come to a pause on that. I want to be careful that I don't do too much with our hips because we've done so much already with our hips. Yep, and we're just going to come into our forward fold to finish the class. Okay, we're going to do a forward fold with knees bent. Inhale, tall. Exhale, let's swan dive down. Bend the knees. Either you put your hands on your thighs or your feet, wherever you choose, but knees are bent. Any amount, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, grab opposite elbows, and just sway in ragdoll. Soft knees, soft in the hips. Let the head hang. Pause, no more swaying. Slowly roll up to standing. And that's our class today. Thank you very much for joining us and doing really good things for your joints, your muscles, your whole body. I hope you have an amazing day. You gave him thumbs up?
I did.